Lightweight. Hey, what's happening? You probably heard of stories about people doing feats of strength things. Like you heard the Wilt Chamberlain stories about how strong he was and doing feats of strength. Well, this is a story about a guy I know named Matt that did feats of strength one time that I'll never forget. So let me start at the beginning. So I used to work for me and Matt used to work for this. Me and Matt used to set up cell phone towers, and we used to work for this company called Kane 3PL. So we was at the warehouse. In the warehouse, a lot of guys in there, right, waiting to go out on a job. Well, this one guy had a 18 wheeler and big 18 wheeler, load the trail and all that on there. Anyway, he he said, I want that guy and that guy. He picked me and Matt. So me and Matt got in the truck and we started heading somewhere. I can't even remember. And the guy driving the truck said, "You know why I picked you two guys?" I said, "Nope." He said, "Cause you two guys were the biggest guys in there." I said, "Okay." And so we had that. We heading out. So we finally get to the place we're going, and the guy goes, we get out the truck. We're in the middle of nowhere. I think it was in West Virginia somewhere. I can't even remember. But was at another, like, I don't know, warehouse where just the three of us were there. So anyway, go to the back of the 18 wheeler, and he goes, "Okay, guys, uh, it was loaded with." Now, if you guys might not know, but cell phone towers has batteries that you had to put in them. These batteries are huge. They weigh 100 pounds a piece, right? They got straps on them. So he goes, "Okay, guys," he goes, "We gotta stack. We gotta stack these batteries like I forget 5, 6, 7, 8 power high." And he went and got a he went and got a he went and got a forklift, and he had a pallet on there, and he dropped the pallet down, and he goes, "Okay, we got to stack these batteries on this pallet, like, 8, I forget, 5, 6 maybe power high or 8 power high." And he goes, "That's what you guys can do. I'm just when you guys stack them, I'm gonna wrap it up with this like cellophane tape, uh, that wrap." And we said, "Okay." So I looked at Matt. I said, "How you want to do this, Matt? You want to do this together, or you want to do them one at a time?" He said, "Don't make me no difference." And then he said, "We can do it one at a time." And I said, "Okay, let's go." So Matt would grab one, and I grab one, and that's what we did all day for about 4 hours. It was hotter than hell, but he would grab a battery, I grab a battery. We stack them 5, 6, 5 high, and then once we got them stacked, that guy would come with a cell phone tape and wrapped it up. And he kept giving us vitamin water, and that's how me and Matt met. We bonded that day, stacking 100-pound batteries apiece, testing each other's strength. Me and Matt became good friends. And Matt, back then I was in good shape, and so was Matt. Both lifted weights, but Matt was bigger than me. He's like 6. I'm like 6'2" and a half, 6'3". Matt's 6'5". But he always go, "B, you got them arms." Now it's funny, right? Um, because I used to get out bench Matt, but we talk about working out. So anyway, Now me and Matt had our own crews, right? And if you guys like, we used to work together too, but we had our own crews. And if you know about cell phone towers, them things always go down when it's raining, the worst time of night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You get a telephone call. Hey, hey, Brian, um, you got a we got a cell phone tower down. Like, okay, it'd be 2 in the morning. I had my own crew. I picked my guys up. We go to the cell phone tower. Matt had his own crew. Now me and Matt is funny. Me and Matt was the only one who could pull these things apart by ourselves. Everybody else used to have 2 or 3 guys, or just two. Me and Matt could just sit down and do it ourselves. But anyway, see, all the equipment for the cell phone towers is sealed tight right there because of the weather, and it's a tool you have to use to separate it. Well, me and Matt could just do it ourselves. We sit down and grab it, and he could do it and I could do it. The rest of these guys either took 2 people or they had to use this tool to separate it. Um, I'm gonna get to the feats of strength right here. So, and me and Matt used to load those cell phone towers up ourselves, like those 100-pound batteries. When they go bad, you had to pull them out this tray and pick those 100-pound batteries up and put them back. Pull one out and put the good one in. Like I said, those batteries weigh 100 pounds apiece. Well, anyway, so one day, me and Matt got a call, right? We had to go to this building. I remember it was on top of a building. So we had to climb the ladder to get to the cell phone tower. And it had this big air conditioning unit, right? And I think that somehow the legs had fell and it was leaning. And that thing was huge, right? And so the customer came, right? This little short old white man showed up. And he goes, "Oh wow, you guys found it." I said, "Yeah, yes sir." And this thing was leaning, and he goes, and the legs had fell from under it, but it was leaning. And he goes, "All right, guys." He goes, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a jack so we can, so you can lift this thing up and put the legs back under it." And we said, "Okay." So as soon as that man left out the ladder, Matt was like, "Brian, fuck that, man." He said, "I want to be done with this thing." He said, "I ain't waiting for no old man to go get no jack. Come on, man. I got this. I'm going to lift this thing by myself." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm going to lift it up and you put the legs back under it." I said, "You going to lift it by yourself?" I was going to help him. He said, "Yeah." Matt grabbed this unit by himself and lifted it up. And I swear, I thought I was looking at Samson. And he picked that whole unit up by himself. You can hear him say, "Come on, B, hurry up, put those legs under there." And I did. I was able to put the legs under there while he held it. And then he sat it back down on the legs straight so he could set it back down. And I just looked at Matt and I said, "Matt, that shit was crazy, man." So when the little white man came back with the jack, right? He goes, "Oh," he said, "You guys got that?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "How the hell did you guys pick that thing up?" And Matt, he was like, "Shh, don't say nothing." And I said, "Well, we got it." And that man was just looking. He looked at us and he looked at it and he was bewildered. And he said, "Well, good job, guys. Good job." He gave us some money. And it was a Popeyes across the street. And I remember we left and went to that Popeyes. And I looked at Matt and I said, "Matt, that was the craziest shit I ever seen." And he just laughed. And Matt, like, it was a girl back there. And Matt, like, it didn't even faze him. He just started talking to the girl. Matt, like, he like looking at girls' feet. And he just started messing. We got some Popeyes chicken. And it didn't faze him. But I'm not gonna never forget him picking that damn unit up by himself. To this day. That happened years ago. One more thing. Matt is on the juice. I'm gonna put it out there. But yeah, that was a feat of strength that I will never forget. He picked that thing up by himself, and I was gonna try to help him. He just grabbed it like Hercules, picked it up, held it long enough for me to put the feet under there. Anytime a person says I'm gonna go get a jack to lift something, you know it's heavy. And when that guy came back with that jack, how in the hell did y'all lift that up? Matt was like, shh. I said, we got it. And then we left. I said, you got it. Matt, that was some crazy stuff. And I looked at Matt after he picked that thing up and held it and sat it down. And I looked at Matt and I said, Matt, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. I said, do you know what you just did? And he went, shh. I was like, holy shit. So the little old man came back with the jack. And he goes, how in the hell did you guys lift that thing up and put them legs under there? And Matt went, shh. And I said, we did it. And the guy says, I see. He was looking like me. He was like bewildered, like, man, oh, holy. He was like, okay. And he gave us some money. And he just stood there looking like scratching his head with the jack in his hand. True story. And we left there. Me and Matt left there with the Popeyes. We was in D.C., Washington, D.C. We went to Popeyes in Washington, D.C. And I'm still looking at Matt like, Matt, I don't know what the hell you on. That shit was unreal. He's like, go ahead, Brian. And it was a girl sitting back there in the corner. He just started talking to the girl. Cause Matt like looking at women's feet. He got a foot fetish. Yeah, that happened. I will never forget that. That's the weirdest. That's the best feat of strength I've ever seen. Like I said, I could outmatch back then. Matt, his best bench is like 385. I was benching close to 500. But as far as lifting, like I say, he's big. Lifting, that's like, I don't know, shoulders. I don't know what the hell that was, but that's the feat of strength I will remember till the day I die. Peace. Don't be mad at me, Matt. I had to tell you a story, man. I know it was almost 2 decades ago. But anyway, peace out.